the last 2 years has brought that resurrection of purpose, values, and culture. So in the end of not making it too daunting, because people sometimes like, oh, like, what is my purpose in life? Like, what am I here for? Existential questions and values and the sense of culture. It's really my goal is to try and make it less daunting. Like purpose is like, don't even have to overthink it. Like there's exercises that, the reason why I wrote the book in many ways was to make it very practical. Like, what is your purpose? What are your values? And how do we build as companies, as teams, whoever we work with, really sustainable and strong cultures? Because at the end of the day, I believe it's not just about happiness anymore. It's also about like the sense of humanity and bringing it to the workplace. So, um, I mean, in some ways, I'm really glad people are bringing back those words.
Okay, um, so there's this. Do you think it's something that there used to be more imbued in people's working lives? That there was a time when everybody kind of felt like it was their mission to keep the peace and create culture, and we looked to our leaders and they looked back, and everybody had a responsibility in creating that, and somehow we got away from that, or is this
Mm.
a whole new awareness?
Yeah, I've been thinking about that quite a bit because even before the last few years happened, I just felt like there was a big shift in where we are as workplaces. So I think once upon a time, when we were more in the village structure, when we were more like farmers and that age of our existence, um, we had a more of a community type of interaction. Then the industrial age happened. So, with coal and steel and inventions of the car, and things got really shifted. And the industrial age was amazing for so many reasons, for technology and where we went as society. But companies unfortunately brought people into more pigeonholed roles and no longer really felt that sense of community, or no longer felt that sense of villageness, right? Like where everyone had a role and we were going to be part of it and fulfill those roles, because otherwise we would not survive. Industrial age brought us way out of there, because we became cogs in the machine. And that's a large reason why capitalism grew, and we saw the good and the bad sides of it. But I think that's where we are now, is like now we had time to reflect. The World Economic Forum calls it the fourth industrial revolution, because there's been so many cycles. And now here we are today. And the biggest question is, okay, so now that we have more wherewithal and more, ability to think about the great resignation and the great awareness, what do we actually want in spending, how we spend our everyday lives, and how we, create workplaces and create bonds between teams. So that's why I'm just really passionate about this topic now.